everybody. Welcome back. Eric Wingman Peterson.
Rob, Design Potamus Serving.
And we are making Descent Underground. If you're new to the show, this is kind of an inside look at what goes on every week at Descendent Studios as we bring Descent back from well, pretty much from the grave.
A long hiatus.
Yeah, it's been 1999 since it's 16 years.
It took a sabbatical.
It took a sabbatical, and it's getting an upgrade, a huge upgrade for what we're doing. So we want to first start out with a little change here. We're going to thank our most recent backers. These are people who've come in and backed this week on the website. So Michael, run those. See that? There you go. Look at all those guys. Thank you guys very much.
Welcome aboard.
Yep, thank you. Absolutely. There's still time for everybody to do it. We're getting very close to unlocking the shaman, by the way, right now.
Very close.
I know, right? People want that. Special thanks to T. Gea and Merkluff, because they came in at a pretty high tier, which is pretty cool. Moves to the counter. Thank you guys very much.
Good job, guys.
We also want to thank the newest members of the Underground. Now, what is the Underground? It's kind of
It's a super elite club.
It's a super elite club. It's a membership where people can get really inside stuff about what goes on. Like we release some very early concept stuff to them, get their feedback, and then we move them to the general forum. I think right now you can look at the missiles. We released the early missile stuff there, let them comment on it. You know, had some good feedback, and now we put it into the general forums for everybody else to comment. But if you want to get the earliest stuff, becomes a member of the Underground. It's $10 a month, or you want a discount, $99 for the year.
Excellent.
Not a bad deal. So we'll thank the newest members of the Underground: Newtgrim, Lexrax, Grintana, Turdman, Spiderhack, Bite Me, you gotta love that, and Sitnom. Welcome to the inner circle. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Bite Me.
Yeah, I know, Bite Me, right? Well, this is username, right? Coming up today, we got a look at the latest ship concepts, our first pass at missiles, which we just talked about in the forums, and lots more artsy stuff. We also have this week's most valuable post, forum feedback with your questions, and our
sort of answers.
And Michael Viewmaster Morlan brings us some real space news. You looking forward to doing that, Michael?
I am indeed. Looking forward to that.
It'll be fun.
We hope you can hear Michael this week.
Yeah, this week. And we have an interview with the new guy on the team.
New guy?
Yep, new guy.
Whoa.
Tyler Pixley. So,
He's doing a good job.
he is doing a good job. He's been here a week, had a really good meeting just now, which was really cool. This week at Descendent Studios, the vertical slice continues. Dun, dun, dun. we have the map white box. Are we going to be showing a little of the map white box?
Yep, right there.
All right. Wow.
Sure.
Take a look at that. Well, you've been creating that, Rob. You've been working on that.
It's been an interesting process, to say the least.
Right. We want to get a Descenty. And first way of playing it, so we're looking for a vertical slice later this month, so some of the people can come play and test it here in the office. We're going to set up some workstations, invite people by, and let them play it and get their feedback. Nothing like getting folks hands on it as early as possible.
Yup.
We have a website update. It continues. New front page is coming soon. We have new store. We're actually going to have a tier. We've put up a tier discussion on the forums because we kind of want to change away from the Kickstarter way of doing things more to pre-sales type stuff, and we want to get your feedback on how that should work. So I know Dunkelza has something up there, and so please comment in there.
Jump in there.
Yeah, Voidstalker's done a really good job. He's got a nice post in there that's really good. We also launched the gallery.
Dun, dun, dun.
The gallery. In the gallery, you'll find all the latest, coolest screenshots and some video game footage and all kinds of when we have it. Right now, we're in the white box stage. We'll have it later this month. So the gallery, you can go there on the website, on the homepage. You look under, I believe it is
Might be its own link.
Community, and then it says gallery. So it's right there. Just click down there, find it, look at all the images, all the cool stuff, press kits, anything you want to see. You'll get some really cool images there. And you can take those and use them, spread them around, use them for however you like, as wallpapers or whatever you feel like. They're there because you guys have caused this to happen, allowed this to make this game. It's there for you. We wanted some.
Another perk for Underground members, too.
It is.
Because there is a special gallery for the Underground, so they get sneak previews of some stuff that everyone hasn't seen yet.
That is true. Eventually, it all gets to the community. So if you're one of those who likes to wait, that's cool. You can do that, too.
Sure. If you're happy to wait, we don't mind.
No, absolutely not. So map pieces. Let's take a look at some of the new map pieces we're working on. These are going to be some concept. So what do we got here, Rob? What are those?
Spiky. Those are spiky. Well, those are like support beams and pipes, and don't worry, we'll make sure they don't get in the way of you flying.
Right.
It's a couple entryways.
It's pretties, and there's no entryways at the bottom. Yep. And
right.
I don't know what that last one is. Looks like a power cable. Oh wow, that's a nice door opening there.
Yep.
Very cool.
So these are very, very early concept. In fact, I have not even seen these. These must have been just put up on.
That's super early.
Yeah, Morlan is very quick at grabbing these things.
There we go.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
already modeled. There's some actual
Modeled, yep.
3D art. Very nice.
Very, very cool. We like these kind of things. We want to show these as early as possible to you guys. We also have some inside look at the drone Bay HUD. So take a look at this.
Work in progress, but very much in progress.
Right. You can see it. You can see the progress of this. You can see the very bottom now has the ability. You're going to be able to switch. You know, after you die, or if you fly back to the harvester, you're going to be able to switch your drone type and fly back out there. So you can see that along the bottom.
Plus, this is where you customize them, so you can pick which one to work on at any given
Color
time.
schemes and shit.
Wings, tails,
wings,
noses.
tails, noses.
Ooh, different colors. So pretty.
So pretty.
Oh, look, it's a Panzer.
Oh yeah, there you go. We're starting to throw the Panzer in there.
It still says Predator on the right side, of course.
Does it really?
Shh,
Oh
don't
well,
tell
we
everyone.
haven't updated that. Yeah, we haven't. It's not dynamic yet. That's still working in progress.
These are mock-ups. Mock-ups.
And now let's talk a little bit about the homing missile, because that was the first thing we put in the underground. I thought it looked a little bit like a green Crayola, but remember that? But it's still there, and there they are right there, the green crayons.
White crayons don't do very
with
well
green
on
ink.
most
Right,
white paper.
exactly. So we put it in the underground for some feedback, and they had some really, really nice feedback. And so now we are
Refining them. Ooh,
refining
look,
them,
a little bump
and
here.
here's where we kind of are right now for the homing missile. Look pretty cool. I love the opening there where there's bits and pieces in there. It just gives it a nicer look. And what we want to do is be able to get it to where you see either it's flying by or it's flying at you in the rear view, and you can tell what's really coming at you.
Figure out what's getting ready to
right,
happen
exactly, exactly. It's all information to process while you're playing the game. A look at the Auger. Let's take a look at that.
So this is one of the final markups of the rough concepts right there.
We kind of kit bashed two of the concepts together
We did.
to get to this place. And there's pushing them together.
Right.
And then we came up with the pretty
look at
one.
that. She's a beauty. Now, what does the Auger do? Rob, Design Eponymous Irving, let's tell them out there what the Auger does.
Digs holes.
It digs holes, mate.
Digs holes. Yeah.
Digs holes.
Right.
But it's-
Another excellent accent from Wingman Peterson.
I don't even know what that was.
I don't have any idea.
It's just gas.
It's the second most interesting part in the world.
Yeah. So, but the Auger is primarily the one that it digs the fastest. It's the most efficient at getting through walls and things like that.
Yes,
so,
it is.
And it's looking really sweet. We also we've got a lot to show this week. We're like everything. Let's take a look. Phil is going to be very upset that he's not going to have any of
Phil's
this.
blog is going
any
to
of
be
his blog
just
today.
second-hand news.
I know. So let's check out the Predator. Look at here's
So
where we
that's
started.
the original, or earlier one, and on the right is kind of the newest one.
Okay.
In sprint mode. This is the not opened out.
Here's a view from the top there,
Right on.
and then a view from the side.
Kind of looks like the Starship Enterprise one of from the side there a little bit.
I'm not
Not following me
seeing
here?
it.
Yeah, a little bit like the Enterprise G or something. Oh, look at that! There it is, spread out.
Oh, there we go, drone hatch.
And
Look,
with the drone hatch at the top.
it
there.
can drop out its little let's see, doesn't have scramblers. It's got the spies
The sensors.
and the repeaters.
So, what does it do when it opens up like that?
That's how it fights. When it's in sprint mode, it can't shoot.
Right. So that looks really cool. Just thought you'd tell everybody else. It looks nice.
And there's what it looks like when it's coming at you.
That's pretty cool.
I like it. Love the blue. Love the use of colors. We've got a lot of use of colors coming up too, from the lights on it to different paint jobs and stuff. We haven't got to the paint jobs yet. That's coming, but you want to get it done first and get it in game, and then we'll get to the paint jobs. Very, very nice. So let's look at the Panzer. Even more stuff. So, are we going to show what we're going to show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. So here's the Panzer. Now that's early because it's not actually the arms aren't really folding it correctly right there. So
Yeah, so that's an early one.
That was when they was first modeled.
and the way it's coming up, so it's coming at you with that thing up, and the reason for that, Rob, is why
it protects the ships behind it. It beefs up its own
There you go.
protection and protects. Oh, look how that! I love the more banged up looking textures on there.
Yeah. So the idea is that it protect it's either protecting somebody like an auger maybe behind it while it's mining. It's basically team play. You can kind of see how it beefs itself up and creates a shield or I guess an armor plating safe harbor for somebody to be behind them or else, behind them. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of ships that have special abilities like that, and so we wanted to.
We just showed the Predator has one too. And
That's right. Well, let's look at the Wasp, shall we?
ooh,
Let's
in-game.
do it.
The in-game
So this
one.
is the
No,
early
this is-
concept ideas that we did
there's
back
our
during the
beauty
Kickstarter.
At the end of the
campaign.
Kickstarter
Yeah.
campaign. This is where we were on the Kickstarter campaign, which was the Wasp, and this is where we are now. Man, that is sweet.
That's some crazy looking stuff there.
I know the front arms. We may need to revisit a little of the front arms there, but it is nice.
It's a pretty looking.
I think is that the tail? Yeah.
That's
those
the
are
back end.
Oh,
tails.
I'm
That's
looking at the tail. You're right. Tail assembly.
That's a special
turbo
tail.
fan.
Looking at it
of some
backwards.
sort.
It kind of looks like those flying wings from World War II and stuff, which is
It
really
does.
neat. I love that kind of stuff. We also go on, Michael.
Yeah, I
You
got one
s-
more thing for you. This is kind of like everything we've currently got.
Ta-da!
These are the 9, the Fellowship of the 9, the 9 ships we have there. You can kind of look at them. We've posted that on some blogs. If you're not catching the blogs, you need to be checking out the blogs because we release a lot of this stuff as we go. But those will be the 9 primary ships that you'll be playing this summer.
The Monday blogs are really excellent, I've heard.
You do the Monday blogs.
Oh, I do? Weird.
I'm trying to stop doing blogs altogether.
I noticed.
No, we're doing blogs. Oh no! Well, you know what else is going on right now? We've seen all the ships. Phil is building machines for us. So
Yay,
we're
Phil.
building our own because we can get them cheaply, and we get partners for it. Now we're partnering with AMD. We're partnering with NVIDIA, and they give us cards. To
Thanks,
test.
guys.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Well, this would be a great spot for the AMD logo.
How about the NVIDIA logo?
How about the NVIDIA logo? All those would be great. Anyway, so we're partnering around there. We're also talking to Razer. We're talking to Dell for Alienware. We're talking to a lot of people because we are making PC games. We're bringing it back, and everybody, joysticks, Logitech, all these people want to be involved in companies that are bringing stuff back for that, and that makes perfect sense.
exciting.
Absolutely. And as a PC maker of games, we've got to have a configuration lab, which allows us to test all these things and make sure our game works with that. So they're more than willing partners, and we love them for it. Oh, boy. I promised I'd bring back Wingman's weight.
You already
So,
brought it back, man. You're trying to get rid of it again.
Yes, I brought it back, and it brought some friends. So last week I weighed 247 hideous pounds. That's not good. I'm not 6 foot tall. I'll let you know. But after the start of the diet, I'm doing a low carb thing. I am now at 244, baby. So we're starting the process. We've got about 70 more to go. But, come along for the ride. You guys can hold me accountable. I am not having bread, sugars, pasta. I'm going low carb, water. I'm still doing a little whiskey, a little bourbon. So, if care packages happen to arrive. Actually, we're not doing very much of that either. So, anyway, I know. Was that totally blatant begging for whiskey?
I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know. Well, you know what? Let's just take that. By the way, Annie took a job in Houston with the zoo as an
With the
intern.
zoo?
With the zoo. Well, she was interning here, and now she's got a job living at home. So she may come back in the fall when she comes back to UT. So in the meantime, we'll have Keith McCormick and this week's Most Valuable Post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize someone from the Descent Underground community that's made a positive contribution to the game and to everyone else's experience in the community. This week's Most Valuable Post comes from someone who took a post about retail boxes and just went to town with it, and they've worked with other members of the community, and they've continued to refine and create new designs, and now they've got something really awesome to show. So congratulations, Sliver. You're this week's Most Valuable Poster.
Wow, that's good stuff. Sliver's done some amazing things in there. Congratulations, Sliver. You are this week's
Thanks.
MVP. And now it's time for...
It's time for forum feedback.
It gets more involved every week.
It does. That was cool, But we challenged Michael to give us a little more head. So,
no.
I mean, there's other things we can do with the head. I'm just, what?
It's the big head.
That's the big head. All right. Let's get to forum feedback from Shogun, an undergrounder. He says, will we, as players, be able to choose what our HUD displays and how bright it will appear? What about opaqueness? Wouldn't that be opacity? Or would it be opaqueness?
Could be opacity.
Opacity would be probably the
Okay, well, either way, we
We'll
understand.
take opaqueness.
So, they're going to be able to show what it displays.
Customization for the HUD probably a long way down the road.
We'd like to, but I think that's a
Yeah.
ways out. So, but we will let you. We're looking at the easy ones right now. We're looking at colors. I hadn't really thought about
Opacity?
opaqueness.
Opaqueness.
I haven't really thought about opaqueness or
Opacity.
opacity, but it should be doable. It might be something we could mess around with.
I mean, once we alpha it out to change colors, it shouldn't be that hard to make it less opaque or more opaque
Yeah.
in brightness. But we'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to see what works.
I kind of like it though, so we'll see. It's pretty cool. Oh, here's another one from Gunny, WPI 1999. He won a video card earlier. He's also another undergrounder. Have you considered some sort of control panel integration with iOS and Android tablets? Let's ponder that for a moment.
Yes, we have now considered it.
Yes.
We would like to do companion apps, of course. Not sure where that would go.
Not on this budget.
Not on this budget. Certainly not right now. It would be. I think ideally it would be like the drone bay interface would be great. On
Yeah, I
this
totally
so
agree. Where you can mess around, review your stuff, turn it around side to side, spin it. Yeah, it would be very cool.
Let's put that somewhere out in the future.
We'd like to, but we'll see how that goes. I know it's in the planning, but right now we're focused on getting the first thing out so you guys can play it, and then we can get a lot of the people that are fence sitters can come play it and jump in the pool, and then as that happens, we can expand our team and expand the game.
Yup.
From Zyphon, another undergrounder. How will a player be able to switch drones? Will the player be able to switch on the fly using a pop-up menu, or will the player need to go back to the harvester to make the switch?
You're not going to be able to just
Could
switch
you imagine?
while you're out in the middle of the
Could you
map.
imagine it'd be like, poof, you're being shot and you're the Panzer,
switch to the Panzer,
and you
yeah.
switch to the Predator. Also, I'm missing. No.
Or you'd switch to the Typhoon and just kill them so they stop
Yeah,
shooting you.
Death Blossom.
Yeah, no, we're not going to let you switch in the middle of the map. Now, we talked about that actually when this question came in. We talked
Yeah.
about the possibility of maybe voluntarily flying back to the harvester and so being able to switch.
That makes
there.
sense to us. That's kind of cool too.
We'll try to also make it a pretty quick thing when you're respawning, so you don't have to go all the way back and reload the menus and everything. We'll probably have just a miniature version of that ship selection bar. that
And you
can
get
pull
scored
up.
on your
Yeah.
you scored on your ability, like how many deaths you have, how many kills, how you did on the mining, all this other team play elements.
Lots of different
So
elements.
you may not want to die. You may not want to run into a wall or get killed. You may want to sneak your stuff back and switch to something else. And so, it'll be up to you. I'm sure it'll affect your score. So, but we're not gonna let you just go into something else immediately. That's just not
That
gonna
needs an excellent effect on
I
it
know.
right
Did
there.
you like that?
That's
I stole
nice.
that. That's from what show was that, Mike? Back in the '80s, Mary Hartman.
I have no idea. I wasn't paying
see?
attention.
I'm
If you want-
drawing a blank here.
Obscure stuff. That'd be me right there.
Master of the
From
obscure.
from Skeleton Bane, will drone personalizing be a single player feature only, or will this be in multiplayer? Also, what other sort of aesthetic color modifications could you be made to your drone? I don't know where you got the single player element.
the customization is really more about multiplayer, and especially for teams who want to have a certain look for their team.
Yeah, absolutely. If you
so
want
definitely
you want an
multiplayer.
organization or clan that has all flying the same colors, that's kind of what it's there for, and that's certainly a multiplayer.
Yeah, and I mean it'll probably actually be the other way around. It'll be more limited in single player because you won't have absolute control over which ship you're flying at any given time during the campaign. So
And the color aesthetics, so we're going to have a lot of different paint jobs available.
yeah,
for
there's several different regions on each part of the ship. But, they all tie together nicely, and you can change each of those.
You'll have team colors,
Yeah.
but that kind of stuff will be coming. But right now we're getting the models done first. We're playing it, so that's a little further down the line. It's definitely planned and not that far away, but you'll see that coming up. How it works. So. From Sliver, this week's MVP. Will the damaged states of the vehicle allow for the other materials to become embedded in them? For instance, if I bump into a wall, will minerals be lodged into the damaged parts of my hull, like camouflage? That's interesting, but no.
No. Yeah, the damage system is probably going to be pretty simple. I don't think we want to spend too much.
No.
Going down that
it's
road.
still an arcade
It's an
style
arcade
shooter.
game,
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to be blowing pieces off your ship or things like that.
Right.
Until you blow up.
Right.
You know.
And besides, you rubbing stuff on the wall. I mean, you'll be able to get through walls, but that's going to those things are tough. You're going to need a drilling.
Mining lasers.
Yeah,
are
mining
the way
laser,
to go
right.
on those walls.
Yeah. Okay. From Navigator. Are the single-player enemies going to be robots or other ships? I liked fighting the different robots, especially the boss bots. Those guys were awesome.
6 degrees of awesome.
6 degrees of awesome.
The answer to the question part was yes.
Yeah, bots.
They're going to be bots and
And
other
drone.
ships,
Actually,
other ships.
and drone.
Yes,
Yeah. So you'll be both.
So yes, both.
Yeah, I mean-
the bots. They're definitely bots.
Yeah, definitely bots. From Smorgan06. Will there be a difficulty level for the campaign, and how would this difficulty level work?
Is that S. Morgan, you think, or is it Smorgan?
Oh, S. Morgan06. I don't. It looks Smorgan.
It does look like Smorgan.
Smorgan6. It's
Oh,
Smorgan6.
what was the question, sir?
Will there be difficulty level in the campaign, and how will the difficulty level work?
Yeah, we're planning on doing difficulty levels, and they'll be much the same as the original Descents, and that the harder you go, the more difficult the enemies
More
get.
bots,
the
more
less
difficult
you
to
get
kill,
from
better
power-ups,
AI,
from health,
all that stuff.
And, yeah.
So
the
yes,
usual.
difficulty levels, and how it'll work. The level will be more difficult. From Ezekiel, 1 of 2. Any plans to have some horror elements in the single-player campaign, like disturbing a nest of Chthonians while digging, or having some megacorp CEO turn out to be Nyarlathotep?
They're just trolling you.
I think so,
They
too.
are trolling.
You know, my name is actually Sayernasratep, if it's backwards. I don't know what that has to do with this, but that's what we're putting in there anyway. He says, yeah, I admit I just asked to see how Eric would mess up these names. Yeah, are we gonna disturb a nest of Sayernasratips?
Probably not. Rhinoceroses?
Oh, Nostratips.
I don't think we're going to have any rhinoceroses in the game. Maybe a Xenopotamus or two.
The Xenopotamus is the slow and liquidy.
And endangered.
Yeah.
Because they're not very good flying.
Certainly not. Their thrusters lack thrust.
In the single player, I certainly would like some elements of like Alien style. Where are they? They're everywhere. That kind of thing. But we
not actually have that. There's
not like tentacles in the walls.
No, we have different phases. There's like 5 phases of this big adventure. We're just on phase 1. I mean, we don't even really have aliens coming into the thing right now. But if you
phase 57.
yeah, they're out there. But we would like to eventually visit that with alien technology, alien ships, and things like that. But we got to get through this first, make it fun, make you guys enjoy it, have you part of the process, get it right, get the original core gameplay right, and then, if this thing goes crazily well, then, who knows? We can put some aliens in there. That'd be kind of fun. From Lotherbot. Oh, he's an advisory board member.
Ooh.
Yep. What sort of level symmetry should we expect? Will it involve the entire...
Oh, man.
Hecatonicohedroidal group, or merely the hyperoctahedral group? It says it doesn't make sense.
That's just mean.
These guys are not happy. They're not making me happy.
Just mean. Oh, Lothar.
Oh, you made him cry.
So, but do we have symmetry in the levels? I don't think really much symmetry.
I mean, if you take a cross section of some of the hallways, they'll be fairly symmetrical. But it's not like
But
the,
not like
the
the
maps
map. You're not going to say
themselves are not exact yet.
Right. Not yet, at least.
Some of them eventually will probably have more symmetry. Like when we get into the stations, those might be. More
Will they be hyperoctahedral?
Icosahedral?
Is that icosahedral?
Hyperoctahedral and hecatonicosahedral. Droidal. Almost got it.
Droidal. I'm more of a.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go look up some words. I'm gonna have to go do some research.
Let's go to Ethris. He's an undergrounder. With Respawn, there must be a place where the drones are replenished from. Have you worked on a concept of a drone carrier deployer?
You mean like a harvester?
Yeah, that's the harvester. That's exactly what that is. So yeah, that's another thing that's further down the road where people are going to be able to own harvesters to where they own corps, and people that come in fly actually for you, and you get a little taste of the action because you own the corp. But right now, that's not coming up right now. So you've seen some of the early concepts. I mean, in
Very
the
early.
last video where it's coming in,
Yeah.
it's actually the way we'd always describe these things is like if you saw Dune, the
All
harvest,
four of you.
the harvest. No, the movie Dune. Come on,
Didn't like 10 people see that?
no, that's a huge success. It's landed on. It's great. The Fremen. Mike, you saw Dune, right?
I've seen it, I've read it, I've watched it, yeah.
I've read the books multiple times.
All right.
But then
anyway,
he has Sting in his
the
underwear.
original answer, yeah. Anyway, the harvester would land like it did on the sand, and it would deploy, and it would come out, things like that. So that's kind of the idea behind those, and so we've looked at them, but we haven't really got there. That's a little further down the road. So from Zayex. I'm off my game now. It's totally Hector Chadringle. Is there any chance certain multiplayer objectives or maps could incorporate computer-controlled bots? For instance, team versus team versus team versus team versus computer. So, we've had this asked before, kind of, and we like it, but I don't think right now we're doing that.
Not first. I mean, it will eventually we'll have
Yeah,
the AI
absolutely.
we need for single player, so it would be feasible. There are a few additions required.
Yeah.
to
I
make
mean,
that
it'd be fun to
work,
play
but-
against. It'd be fun to compete against the entire bot team.
Or have your free-for-all fight with bots out there shooting at everyone. That's
Well, there's
that's
a lot
the
of ways.
easiest way to do
Yeah,
it.
so once we get the bots in there and stuff, we'll be putting more game types out for that kind of stuff. And now here's our own Michael Viewmaster Morlan with Real Space News.
I'm Michael Morlan, and welcome to Space Underground, real space news that you can use. When it comes to landing on Mars, the principal barrier is the lack of any barrier at all. The Martian atmosphere is a mere 1/100th that of Earth's, making aerobraking, a common means of slowing the descent of a spacecraft, a rather tricky proposition. But NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory is working on a solution. A year ago, on June 28th, NASA successfully deployed and tested their low-density supersonic decelerator craft, affectionately called the Flying Saucer. After being lifted to 120,000 feet by a balloon, the Flying Saucer was released and rocketed even higher to 180,000 feet and Mach 4. Conditions very similar to those that would be encountered by a spacecraft descending through the Martian atmosphere. The two primary features of the craft were the supersonic inflatable aerodynamic decelerator, essentially a big donut bumper around the circumference of the saucer that successfully reduced the craft's speed to Mach 2.5, and the supersonic disc sail parachute, deployed behind the craft to further slow it to a manageable speed for landing on the Martian surface. While the parachute was completely shredded by the incredibly turbulent wake of the saucer, the data NASA collected from their high-speed video cameras helped them prepare for the next test of the LDSD. You can follow the progress of NASA's Flying Saucer, including live streams of tests, at the link below. This has been Space Underground, bringing you space news you can use.
Cool. I love those things. It's really nice to have that kind of feature in there since we're in space.
Very informative.
Very informative. And let's meet our newest gameplay programmer, Tyler Pixley. I didn't want to mess up his name.
Cut. We can keep that.
I think so.
Okay.
So, being an Air Force brat was kind of... It's been both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, I've been all over the place, but on the other hand, I've been all over the place, and I've moved around a lot. I lived in 9 different places, and when my dad was early in his career as an officer, we moved around so much, I went to 6 different elementary schools. When I was little, I did want to be a meteorologist. I was fascinated by the weather. I was this little itty-bitty kid, and I was enamored by the concept of, the local news weatherman, being on screen, pointing at the green screen, oh, this is gonna be here, okay, storm's down here, that kind of stuff. As I got more and more into video games, it occurred to me, wow, it's, really cool how that sort of stuff happens. Mario Galaxy is probably my favorite example. The way you have Mario, jumping around these planetoids. You don't have just gravity equals down. It's you have this complex computation around that, and I thought that was really cool. And so, I wanted to be the sort of person who did cool things like that. So, when I went to college, I chose computer science as my major with the express intent of doing game development, and luckily, UT has the Gamma program. After, which is my 2D game development capstone, is available currently on the Gamma website. That's gamedev.utexas.edu. Hang Time, which is my 3D development capstone, should be on there at some point soon. Me getting into Descendant is kind of a two-part story. It starts with me applying to be an intern for Cloud Imperium between my sophomore and junior years. I actually applied with Jason Spangler, the CTO here. Fast forward to the middle of the Kickstarter campaign, Eric was at South by Southwest and he gave his panel. And afterwards I approached him asking if he was planning on accepting new talent, because it's really hard fresh out of college to get into the games industry. Like, you really got to get your foot in the door, and often you'll get your foot slammed in the door. And he said yes, he really wants to do that. Like, that's part of his MO. So yeah, I got, after the Kickstarter ended, I started talking more with Eric and Jason, and I was brought in for an interview last Tuesday, and as of last Thursday, here I am. Descent came out when I was 2. I'm only 22. Like I said, fresh out of college. No, I did not play the original Descent. Descent 3 came out when I was 6, so even the latest Descent game is a little before my time. Right now I'm playing Witcher 3, because that just came out and was really good. I liked the first 2 games. I've been playing Heroes of the Storm and Payday 2 with friends, and also I'll have people over to play Smash Brothers from time to time. Right now, I have just finished the ship stats system implementation write-up. So it's all on paper, as it were. It's actually digital, but it's all written down, ready to go. And we're just waiting for certain things to become available for me to actually get that implemented. In the meantime, I'm working on doors because, believe it or not, it's something as simple as doors. You need someone to program that. That needs to be designed. Effort goes in that. It's not like a lot of effort. It's not going to take me a long time, but it is something I'm working on right now.
Thanks, Tyler. He's good. He's done a good job for us. It's Tyler Pixley. I've got my name fixed now, so I'm going to look. Anyway, Tyler's doing a good job for us. You guys, what did you guys just meet today about on that?
We're talking about the ship stat system and the energy system and the shield system and lots of stuff.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job for us. Just started like a week ago. And
diving right in.
Speaking of that, we're looking for another entry-level designer, a tech designer, preferably somebody that's had some experience in Unreal, right? They could, a level builder, a map builder, that kind of person that could come in and help our own overworked and undersexed Xenopotamus here.
Wait a minute.
All right, overworked at least. Undersexed too. So anyway, if you're in Austin and you feel like you want to get in this industry for whatever reason, come on by and check us out, or at least hit us up on the forums.
Maybe we should put up a post on our job
thing we
have up there that's been blank for
we haven't had 4 months. Yeah, we're looking, so we'll put something up there, but also go to the forums, post in the I want to be a volunteer area.
There we go.
Let us know, and we need to get Rob some help. We want to do some levels. It'd be kind of a fun way of letting people there, letting people be part of it. We also this week are starting, or is it next week, Mike? We're starting the Be a Legend interviews.
We're certainly going to start getting people queued up because a lot of people pledged at that level.
That's right, and we thank you for that. So you guys are going to be on the show. We're going to be doing Be a Legend, a community-focused thing. You're like, who are you people? What are you doing here? Why are you following us? So anyway, we're gonna be interviewing you guys and making you part of this process because you are, and we'll get those rolling. I think we got about 200 and some of those to do, so. It'll be fun to do.
That's a lot of interviews.
It is. Shaman Unlock. We're really close. We're like 83%. So push. You want a T-shirt? You want to get some of the add-ons? Let's get the Shaman Unlock for everybody. Let's get there because the next one is the torch. It's 650. All we need to do is get 650 to get that torch out there, and then everybody gets the torch. But once it hits 650, the torch then is for sale for anybody that doesn't join before that. So get the Shaman Unlock. Let's get the torch going. We'll go from there. We are reworking the reward tiers. There's a forum thread, which Mike is going to put up somewhere in this neighborhood right here. We're talking about that right there, and we're in there reading, participating. We want to kind of rework the store, see how the tiers should work, and it's sort of a different thing than the Kickstarter where you have a 30-day thing. We're more of the long tail now and thinking long term. There's an underground forum reveal, so we usually take some of the stuff early to the underground, very early, get some feedback from the undergrounders, what's going on, and then we get with some of the feedback we like. There's good discussion in there. We'll then move the thread to the general public so that people that haven't pledged can get a look at what's going on and how that works, or those who aren't undergrounders, and they can put their feedback there. But you'll get to see, kind of undergrounders get stuff really early. So if you want to join, great. If not, cool. You still have your voice heard. We have the LAN party for Descent coming up in July in Denver with Lotharbot and Dracona. They're hosting. It's a big... I think there's like 50 people coming, and we're hoping to bring a version of the game up there if we can get it done and stable enough by then, and get some feedback for some old school dissenters. And we'll wear our bulletproof suits, I think, for that, right? And I believe Monday we have coming up Design Underground with who?
Me.
With you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we have our next live design meeting next week, too.
We do. Oh, right.
Wow.
The Underground has a live design meeting next Wednesday. So
Undergrounders, get ready. This one's
Undergrounders,
private.
Right. If you're an Undergrounder, we stream live design meetings, and we go to the chat channel, and in the last 15 minutes, you guys get to ask questions and be part of it. It's pretty cool. You can see how design meetings work around here, and there's a lot of design going on, actually.
There is a ton
of it.
design going on.
Rob's doing a really good job. So that's the only time you'll ever hear me say that. So I want
On camera.
On camera. Well, it's part of the permanent record now. I want to thank the Underground members and also all backers and pledgers. Without you, there is no us. We're not able to do this game. We appreciate it, or this incredible show. This like solidly AAA show. High,
At least high C minus.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
D,
If we
D
were in
plus.
final exams, we'd be in trouble.
A high D.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can find out what's going on before anybody else. I think you get an update whenever we post something up there. You can view videos before we put them up in the not the com link, but the blogs or the update section. I'm going back to CIG there. Keep up with the latest on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. Join there. Subscribe. We'll promise not to spam you with anything like vote for whoever. We'll just keep it about the game, so you'll be able to be part of it. Help it spread too, because we still need more people in the ponds. The pond's not full. Got a lot of swimming room. Let them all in to come swim with us. Submit your forum feedback questions on the forums.
Get in those video questions. We do not want to see Wing Noob again.
We don't want to sing Wing. No. We do not want to see
no.
Wing Noob again. Somebody made a really funny Wing Noob T-shirt idea. Yeah, I don't know if Mike had. Oh, and there it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see that? There you go. That's kind of funny. The fans did a really good job there. That was fun.
That's just wrong.
So submit your forum feedback questions on the forum, surprisingly. Every week we ask your opinion of how this show went. Please be kind. And then also what we can do to be better, because that's what we're here for. And also what you want to know, what kind of questions you want to know. And so we will see you underground.